got it. So it somehow ended up with 3 small C's for YCC.
Yeah, that's me.
That's all right.
I was typing on my phone.
I got it.
I just wanted to get it out. I don't know.
It didn't auto-populate like it usually does?
No.
Let me check Facebook. Yeah, we're on Facebook. Okay. All right.
And I didn't send it to my page. I didn't have time. So it's going out to your page, which is where everybody's on.
All right, who do you want me to bring over to you for? Done Alfie, done Vaughn, Ethan Grove. Jeremy. I'll grab him. You get the pregame interview today. No pressure. You want to do a pre-record or you want to do a live? Okay. Want me to start back? Sure. That's right. Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead and do that, and then I gotta run over and go do the pregame stuff. So I'll let you handle the pregame by yourself, Rob, and I'll come back with you.
No, you don't need to be on them. You just be on the field. I've got. Why?
Let's go next.
Yeah. No, I don't want them in it. I've got them in the other field. Just give that.
Okay. This mic is hot.
That mic is hot. I hear myself. Do a quick test 1, 2. Oh yeah, he's good. He's good. Yep. Yes. Actually, go 1 second. Yep. Another picture-perfect night for soccer here in Auburn, and for the first time ever, the Central Maine Mustangs will take on a new team in the Yccc. The York County Community College Hawks have made their way down to Auburn. I'm Rob Kennedy, here with you for the broadcast. Welcome to our pregame show, and I'm going to pass along to my broadcast partner tonight, Caleb Lamb, as he is standing by with Jeremiah Gomez, the sophomore for the Central Maine Mustangs.
Thank you very much, Rob. Jeremiah, you guys have now gone through your slate of non-conference. You've conquered all the NCAA Division III schools, handled Bridgeton Academy, and now finally you get to open up Yccc play tonight. How are the boys and how are you feeling going into the game?
We feel good. Had a good team talk in the building. Our first game to kind of show the league what we're about. Heading into nationals, obviously in November, trying to make a statement and show the league what we got.
Now, so far this season, we've seen a lot of good connections up front. You in particular, kind of at the head of that midfield triangle. You've got one Dominguez brother either side to make nice runs for you in the box. And it seems like you guys are clicking on all cylinders. You've found a rhythm to score some goals.
Yes, playing with them for the second year. They're amazing, too. Sadly, we didn't have the other brother, Yccc, as well. He's a coach now, but it's amazing to play with those two because they're so good and they make everybody around them better. So I'm just glad to be with them.
Now, how does this team that's got so much chemistry and a lot of experience as well kind of prepare for this one? You guys know that you have a strong team, but obviously you don't want to overlook anyone, even a new team like this in their first year, who you really don't know much about.
Right. We just come with the mentality that every team, no matter what their record is, we just got to come and play, do our job, get the job done, and then prepare for the next one.
There you go. That's the word from Jeremiah Gomez ahead of about 5 minutes shy of kickoff here. We'll turn it back over to you, Rob.
Thanks very much, guys. Always great to talk to the players of the Mustangs team. First time we've had Jeremiah Gomez on camera, and hopefully not the last time either. He's been red hot as well. Had a goal in the season opening, 2-2 draw with UNE. Got the first goal of the season in the win over Husson, the former Thornton Academy Golden Trojans. So Central Maine and York County Community College tonight, the Mustangs, the three-time defending conference champs, have fought back from goal down twice to salvage a draw with UNE. They knocked off Thomas last Friday on the road. They exploded for 5 goals and a 5-3 win over Husson. And to top that all off, knocked off Bridgeton Academy 1-0, a very tough Bridgeton team in an exhibition. So this Mustangs team undefeated, unblemished on the season so far. As is York County Community College. Chris Molino, the head coach of this first-year Hawks team, a brand new program. And this is their first ever YSCC conference game. Their second, actually, ever YSCC conference game. First was Monday as they took on another new program in UMaine Augusta, who they themselves debuted in the conference last season. The Hawks knocked off the Moose 4-0. They also played St. Joe's tough in the preseason, too, losing a 1-0 contest. So it's a new program, new team. They're building from the ground up. And as you heard Caleb mention to Jeremiah Gomez, this Mustangs team doesn't know much about York County Community College. They'll learn quite a bit today as this afternoon goes on. So we'll take a break and come back, have the kickoff here in Auburn coming up next on Munsing Media.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost. And for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
Same thing as always.
Touch the front of the net.
All those little things to make you what you are.
0, 3, 1, 2, 3, 0.
Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3. That's it right here.
USC provides our program exactly what they say, a chance for small colleges to compete. It's leveling the playing field for everybody.
It provides a great opportunity, just the fellowship amongst athletes, get a chance to play against some different teams that you typically don't get a chance to play against from different regions, different parts of the country. This kind of gives you an opportunity to kind of see where you're really at against everybody. Really good, like I said, just a great environment, well-ran tournament. It's a pleasure to be part of organizations like USC.
Forensics has grown so much and it's very beneficial to the criminal justice system. I was always one of those kids that watched Forensic Files. That was something I loved. Just a science person all around, I always have been. The instructors are some of the top forensic experts in Maine. They really know what they're talking about. They've been there, done that. CMCC is very lucky to have people like this. I'm in Intro to Criminal Justice and Criminal Law and Report Writing. It's a lot of the baseline of things I have to be knowledgeable about. I want to do crime scene photography. The forensic science program is preparing me to start thinking what's important here? What do I need to look for right off the bat? You never know what you're going to find.
The Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation is proud to support Munson Media's production of live streaming high school sports. We recognize the hard work and dedication of Maine's high school student athletes, and we applaud Munson Media's pioneering live streaming efforts. The Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation.
Since 1892. And it changes the game, 35-26. This has been a wacko affair.
Coaches know you can't win a game without proper planning and execution. Let Gosline Retirement Planning coach you into a confident retirement. Here at Gosline Retirement, we provide that proper planning and help you utilize a step-by-step approach on all facets of your retirement planning. We provide guidance on income planning, wealth management, understanding taxation, Medicare and long-term care, and legacy and estate planning. We pride ourselves on working hard for those who have worked hard their entire lives. So, schedule your appointment today and let the team at Gosline Retirement Planning put together a retirement game plan for you.
The USCAA provides our program exactly what they say, a chance for small colleges to compete. It's leveling the playing field for everybody.
Rob Kennedy back here with you in Auburn, Maine, the campus of Central Maine Community College. The Mustangs taking on York County Community College tonight. The player is about to be introduced. Caleb Lamb, who'll be my broadcast partner tonight, is headed down to the PA booth where he'll do the honors and announce both teams. They'll make their way out onto the field momentarily. Mustangs in a busy stretch right now. They will take on Hampshire on Saturday. And then a big game on Sunday. Berkeley College from New Jersey is making the trip up. They're a perennial national contender. So that's a game you're going to want to watch, either in person right down here in Auburn or here on Munson Media. And then the very next day, Thomas College comes to town for a rematch. The Mustangs knocked off the Terriers 1-0 last Friday on the road. And then a couple days to not play games, but the arch rivals will be here next Thursday, 1 week from tonight. Southern Maine Community College making their way up to Auburn. So you talk about a very busy stretch with some quality opponents taking place here for this Mustangs team. We'll be seeing a lot of Central Maine Community College Mustangs men's soccer right here on Munson Media. York County Community College, they'll be taking on Thomas as well. That's next Thursday for them. They've got games coming up against Northern Essex Community College on Saturday next week, and then Southern Maine Community College next Tuesday as York County Community College. They have the new entry into the Yccc, the Yankee Small College Conference, and a great addition, too. Always good to have another Pine Tree State team in the conference to join Southern Maine, UMA, and, of course, our Mustangs. So, as you see, the teams are taking to the field. Starting lineups are out there. They'll be introduced. And I think what I'm going to do is to echo Caleb Lamb. I'm not sure we can pick up the house mic from our distance, so he's putting them out right now. Jesse Heiser stepping forward for Maxim Massey for York County Community College. Michael Johnson in the starting lineup for York County. Ethan Kirkpatrick, number 20. He actually went through a bunch and didn't even hear him to start off. I'll read the other ones later. Here's Central Maine coming up. Cody Cleveland is starting in goal tonight. Tiro Nong, the sophomore, getting a start tonight for the Mustangs. No surprise, Ivan Dominguez, 41 career goals in 32 games starting tonight. And Igor Dominguez right next to him in the starting lineup. 17 goals on the season for the junior from Lewiston. Already talked to Jeremiah Gomez tonight. The sophomore is starting for Coach Dalton Wing. Exo Namwero will start tonight, the former Morse shipbuilder. Massimo Di Pilato starting, the rookie from Montreal, Quebec. He's been great as far as the right back position has been concerned. And Mitch Cameron, one of 3 players, all will be introduced in a row from Knutsford, England. Matty Waters stepping out right now. And the captain, Alfie Bashford. And Mikel Soto will start as well. The freshman from Madrid, Spain. Our national anthem played here in Auburn, and then gets set for the kickoff. Let's get the visiting Hawks starting lineups once again because we missed half of them. Ryan Royce will be the keeper. Tonight he made 3 saves to earn a clean sheet in the debut Monday against Maine Augusta in that 4-0 win. Cristo Brito will start tonight. George Bungu will be in the starting lineup. Arthur Bahuz, Kevin Polino, Tyler LeBoeuf, James Molino, Jesse Heiser, Max Massey, Michael Johnson, and Ethan Kirkpatrick, the starting 11 for York County Community College. The Hawks wearing blue tonight, and they will attack from right to left in this first half. The Mustangs wearing the home red and white. They'll attack from left to right. A gorgeous night for soccer. 73 degrees right now in Auburn, Maine. Really no wind to speak of at all. It's going to be a gorgeous night. Temperature dropping down into the 60s, but it'll be plenty comfortable with these players. And summer returning next week, too. So we'll have great weather all weekend for all the games coming up for this Mustangs team, and there's plenty of them, as I mentioned here during the pregame. On the road against Hampshire on Saturday, but then Berkeley here on Sunday, Thomas College on Monday, and the rivals SMCC heading here on Thursday. Caleb Lamb is doing about everything there is to do here at this game today. He did the PA announcing, he's handling all the live stats, and he just put on a headset. Welcome to the broadcast.
Thanks for having me, Rob. This ought to be a very interesting matchup, as what you've been talking about. I'm very curious to see how a team in its very first season does and how they're able to go about approaching a game against a team that's probably expected to be the team to beat, not just in the YSCC, but maybe in the USCAA, being tied for number 2 in the preseason rankings released today.
It's going to be a big challenge for York County, but they look good against UMA. And got a text in from David Arvin Williams and said, any chance you can kick off early? It's 11 p.m. here in North Wales tonight. Now we'll see what we can do. Weekend games will be a little more to their liking, I believe. Is
a little bit earlier.
Kicking off in the evening in Wales in that situation. Actually, we'll switch things up. The Mustangs will be attacking from right to left here in the first half, and vice versa for the York County Community College Hawks. Well, this will be fun. It's the first time I've had a color commentator to work with here and someone to talk to. And I know you know this team very well and know the game of soccer extremely well. So this will be a lot of fun.
Well, we'll do what we can to add a little color, as the position is named for, to things here, and maybe throw out some facts here and there about the players off. I'll try not to embarrass them too much with what I've picked up over the last couple weeks, particularly on the bus trips.
Yeah, since you were named the assistant AD, I believe is your title.
That's correct. That's correct.
CMCC, working with Dave Gagne and spending a lot of time with these Mustangs teams, as you mentioned, riding the buses. So you Going to Hampshire with him on Saturday?
I don't know about that, but did have to drive half the team up to Bridgeton Academy the other day, so got a chance to chat and get to know them a little bit better.
There's Ivan Dominguez. 101 points. He just hit the century mark in the last contest. 41 goals, 19 assists. Also scored a goal in the 1-0 friendly win over Bridgeton Academy. That one doesn't count toward his stats, being a friendly, but again, just kind of shows you that he is almost always on the score sheet. Oh, but 4 games last season, he scored a goal, and Ryan Royce gets his first touch, the keeper for York County Community College. That's stolen by Nong. Jiro Nong. Got support arriving from Matty Waters. Waters weave his way through. Gomez. That's a good ball across. Going to drift a little far away from Dominguez. We'll try to catch up to it. Into the area and hoofed away. A lot of spin in that ball, as you saw, though. And now Matty Waters trying to push that ahead. Did so to Gomez. You shouldn't give him space. And he just missed high.
Oof, he liked that chance, the way that ball set up for him, and I think particularly excited about being the pregame interview today, trying to make an impact in the first minute.
Well, they gave him space. He made a quick turn, as he usually does, and just missed high. Ryan Royce, though, the keeper, looked like he had a pretty good bead in that ball if it had been a little lower.
Haven't seen too much out of this York County team, so a little bit of the UMA game, and just what you see from the stats so far, it kind of tells a tale about a team that may be better than you would expect a first-year program to be, only losing by a goal to St. Joe's, a D3 school, in an exhibition contest, and putting 4 on the Moose. Who knows what we might see from this team, but they're clearly not that uncomfortable at the back, as they haven't allowed many goals.
All right, now haven't allowed any in league, and just 1 to St. Joe's, as you mentioned. And Coach Molino's been around Southern Maine soccer for quite some time, and he's got a decent pool to draw from down in Southern Maine, New Hampshire, and potentially northern Massachusetts as well. There's some talent down there.
Oh, for sure. You've got so many good programs in and around the York, Scarborough, South Portland area, and not to mention Portland and Deering. There are some very talented kids that are on this roster and potentially to come through this roster in the next few years now that they've got it started.
That was stolen by Cameron. Cameron played that ahead, and an opportunity for a shot, and just wide from Igor Dominguez. So that quick steal turned into offense almost immediately. And that's the thing the Mustangs can do as far as turning defense into offense, and that quick strike potential they always seem to have.
Well, just the way that this front 3 particularly operates, that they are so comfortable, so much chemistry with the passing, it only takes them 3 or 4 seconds and maybe 1 or 2 moves to get themselves in great shooting position from the top of the penalty area.
Cristo Brito trying to play that square. That's by Kirkpatrick. Waters. Ivan Dominguez. Support from Nong coming, but he put that in the middle, trying to find Igor, and it rolled all the way through to Royce.
I think Ivan feels like he might owe a little bit of a debt to Igor, who's set him up for 3 goals in the past 2 games. He's got to return that favor a little bit more.
That combination has just been fatal. Look out now. Ivan into the area. Turns. Shoots. Oh, just missed wide. Maybe been tipped by Royce. We'll see. Nope, it was a wide shot and just a goal kick.
Oh my goodness, the beautiful roulette into the area to leave everyone away from him, but I don't think got his head around to sight the target in time and hooked it off the outside of his foot just around the post.
4th minute, the Mustangs have had a couple of solid chances. May have one again here. Igor Dominguez, that was blocked nicely. That was George Bungu, who was the defender who made that block. Trying to pop that out toward Paulino. It's not going to get to him. It's out into touch for a Mustangs throw. It'll be important here for York County to weather this early storm. Cameron. Down the wing. That's Exo Namwira. Another goal kick for the Hawks.
Going to be interested to see how Exo approaches this in his first start. No David Nzuzi tonight for CM, so how does he adapt to playing right from the get-go instead of coming on a little bit later on when maybe some of the defenders that he goes to run at might have a little less energy? He's got to be able to get into the tempo right from the get-go here.
Exo from Bath played at Morse High School, and Nzuzi usually starts. A high school rival over at Brunswick, the Dragons. Nong with it. Gomez shaken up there. He's down to one knee. Now he's back up. And Igor Dominguez will blast down the sideline.
Poor
Mungu came over
Jeremiah
and
getting drilled where you don't want to, and I think the referee noticing that will give him an extra second to make sure he has recovered or if he's in need of a look from the trainer, but I think he'll be okay.
Mungu, another good defensive play to come over and just blast that out into touch to let his team reset. Gomez looks like he's going to be all right, but I think he'd appreciate a little more time if he was given it, but the referee says play. Igor. Edge of the area. Was headed away. But who's that time? Exo on that far side, Namwira. That's a York County throw this time.
So far, so good for the Hawks. The way they're approaching this one, they're solid at the back. They've been okay moving the ball out wide from that back line. So no panic. They're not just whipping this ball up the field to get it clear. They're trying to build, knowing that the counterattack is probably going to be their best weapon tonight.
Mustangs on the attack again. Mikael Soto. They'll run out of space over on that far touch line. Another throw for York County. And I think you're right, Caleb, overall in the first 6 minutes here. Looks like a stout back line that you have to find a way through them and work pretty hard to set up opportunities.
Yeah, and so far Yvonne's been the only one to carve it open, but if it's going to take a roulette type move to get through every time, this could be a more difficult approach for the Mustangs.
Mitch Cameron not thrilled about that call, but they get him for the foul right in the midfield stripe. And York County knocking that ahead. He had a chance for Heiser on that far side, but he's beaten to it. Out came Cody Cleveland, the keeper, to put that into the woods.
Boy, has Cody looked very, very sharp to start this season, Rob. The transfer in from Bridgewater College has pretty much adapted to things here in the CMCC with not much difficulty and has claimed the starting spot for now.
That call against Mitch Cameron, who had the boot up a little bit high. Yeah, Dalton Wing, the head coach of this Mustangs team, is thrilled with the goalkeepers he has.
It's the way he has put it, he thinks that he has not just the best, but the first, second, and third best goalkeepers in the conference. He's that confident in his stable of three.
Played short. Blocked by Namwira. Exo has it now. Trying to outlet that to Igor Dominguez, who backheeled it forward, but no one there. He's hoping that Yvonne had caught up, but not quite. That was headed down. And worked by Matty Waters. Nong back to Bashford. DiPalato to Cameron now. Deliberate attack once again, and Mikael Soto quickly up that wing. Namwira still in possession. Gonna take on a couple defenders, and finally did lose it. He showed a bit too much of the ball that time to Arthur Bahuz. Bahuz himself dispossessed, but last touch by the Mustangs, so the Hawks will get the throw.
DiPalato, one of the best I've seen so far at being able to read those moves to come through with a slide tackle. So many people won't risk it anymore. Too easy to get yourself in the referee's book when you get the timing wrong. He is rarely mistiming those types of challenges.
He played at a high level in the Laval Senior, Quebec Senior League, League One anyway.
That's
played
correct.
For AS Laval. So you look at his background as far as who he's played against, and uses a left back for the most part in that league. He's been playing right back quite a bit here, although he's in the left tonight. Oh, scratch that, he's in the right tonight, as he has been.
Coach Wing has been able to kind of maneuver things around based on who's been healthy and available on this back line. We've even seen Mikael Soto deputized back there.
Here's a good spot for a free kick as Igor trying to do the pirouette into the area. And straight away from 20 yards. This will be the best scoring chance so far for the Mustangs. See who steps up to take.
I don't think Bahuz is going to be disappointed in that foul there. That was just make sure no one gets a chance to shoot from that close range at his goalkeeper without a defender in front of it.
Yeah, if Igor gets through, Ryan Royce is the last line of defense, and you bet on Igor's chances in those situations. So Alfie Bashford's up there. Jeremiah Gomez also standing next to the ball. Also looking at Matty Waters out there too. And here comes Igor.
I will bet my hat that Alfie Bashford will not hit this. Well, I say that, and now everyone else walks away. The captain might have gotten his prerogative.
Let's see what Alfie does here. He shoots, and right into the wall, it's blocked. Looks like it'll turn into a corner, though, and it will for Central Maine, their first.
Not a bad effort there trying to curl it around the wall with the left foot, but I would have thought he would have had to chew the arm off of Jeremiah Gomez to take that one away from him.
Tiro Nong's going to take the corner for Central Maine. Setting up left-footed to swing this away from Royce, the keeper. They played it short. Cameron. Ball into the area, deflected, and it's an own goal. The cross goes into the area and deflected off the defender. It's 1-0.
Oh, unlucky there. You don't expect the touch right in front, and the own goal of all things strikes against York County here.
Just bad luck, trying to make that play. The deflection fooled Ryan Royce. And in the 11th minutes, the Mustangs get the breakthrough. So 1-0 on the own goal.
I wonder if our producer, the ever-vigilant Rob Munsing, might be able to bring that one up for us. I think just glanced off the side of his head the way that came in.
Yeah, it was, for sure. It wasn't much of a deflection, but enough to change the flight of the ball, and that's all it took.
That close to the goalkeeper. If that ball changes after you've already started at it on an angle, you've got no chance of readjusting.
That is for sure. Ashford played ahead. That's intercepted, though, by Max Massey. Massey trying to hook up with Kirkpatrick, rolled all the way through to Cleveland, the keeper. So far, we haven't called James Molino's name yet, and that's a good thing for Central Maine fans. He had a great game in his debut. Goal, assist, and led the team with 4 shots on goal in that 4-0 victory. Dominguez rolling that through. Namwira, can he get there? He does. A save made, and that'll roll wide. Good work by Ryan Royce to deny the first goal for Exo Namwira.
That was outstanding save there. A little split step, dropping the K block at the right foot out there and just divert it wide.
That's out into touch. So one thing I think that the Hawks would have to learn is that you can't dither on the ball when you're defending against Central Maine. They will attack and pressure immediately. This one's a little problematic, though. DiPilato, though, will head it right back to his keeper, Cody Cleveland. Plenty of poise there from Massimo DiPilato, with 2 Hawks bearing down. Just made that cool, calm, collected play. Played up over the top toward Tiro Nong. Bungu head that away. Nong right back into action to steal it. Igor Dominguez. Into the area and hoofed away. Arthur Bahuz right there to deflect it. Cameron. Mustangs reset. DiPilato. Namwira. Soto with it now. Gomez advances. And play that ahead toward Tiro Nong. Nong into the area. Dominguez scuffed the shot. And that ends up with the keeper, Ryan Royce. Igor turned and fired again. It was a bouncing ball. He had to try to volley.
Full of confidence, this team right now. The way they have been playing, we've seen 5 goals against Tussin, 4 goals against Maine Maritime Academy. They will feel like anytime they have a chance within 25 yards, they would bet on themselves to convert.
That's the thing when you play the Mustangs. You just can't take chances defensively. Even attacking is going to be something you'd hesitate to do because they can turn offensive so quickly. Oh, that's a great tackle. Heiser with that. That's rolled in on Royce. He'll smother it. DiPilato anticipated that nicely, popped it high in the air. Brito over there, Cristo Brito. And Brito got clipped, a foul called against Central Maine, a free kick to the Hawks.
I think Soto just got him on the ankle there as he tried to turn and chase. But as I mentioned, Soto's been doing a good job adapting to what's been needed. We've seen him play center back, outside back, but of course his preferred position at central midfield where he can sort of be a maestro pulling the strings and looking to release players over the midfield line.
He's got plenty of targets to do that with on this team, that's for sure. Gomez. Cameron. Oh, nice turn.
Gorgeous stuff from the Englishman.
Namwira. Gomez quickly. Save and cleared. Oh, Ryan Royce has been tremendous in the first 14 minutes.
I tell you what, Rob, when you have yourself a solid goalkeeper at the back to build off of, you can do a lot of things. And Ryan Royce has been rock solid for the Hawks so far.
Short corner taken, Nong. Across the face of goal, looking for a target in the other end of that. And he did have Soto creeping up. That's out for a goal kick. 15 minutes into this contest, and it's been one-way traffic so far. And somewhat of a bend-don't-break defense for York County Community College, save for that one unfortunate deflection that ended up behind Ryan Royce in the back of the Hawks net.
And I got to give them a little more credit. This isn't just good defense and good goalkeeping from a first-year program. This is just good all the way around.
Right.
Ryan Royce so quick to ground there. That puts him right in that conversation with anybody in the YSCC if he can continue to make saves like that.
Gomez again, watch the acceleration from Gomez. They forced him outside. Igor Dominguez tried to curl that around and just missed the post. Just the wrong side of the upright. But again, you mentioned it earlier, Caleb, this is a team that when they have daylight to shoot will take that opportunity. And boy, they come close a number of times.
And this is what you might be a little bit concerned about if you're a Hawks fan, is just can York County get the ball out of their end to be able to spring their dangerous counterattack? If you're never in possession of the ball, there's not much you can do about it. And Central Maine not giving it away cheaply at all here. In fact, they look almost as good as they've been all season, the way they've dribbled and moved the ball through the center.
And they're getting the ball back quickly as well. That's the one thing I mentioned a second ago, is that when the Hawks have it, they are being attacked immediately, and possession has not been something they've been able to keep very well. It's a nifty touch for Tiro Nong. It's spun away from Gomez. And Mustangs reset once again. DiPilato. Soto outside. Namwira advancing. Watched there by Heiser. Soto. Nice block. A brave one, too, at point-blank range. That was James Molino who made the block. Molino with it here. Battle of tens with Gomez. That deflects ahead. Bashford. To play that away from Paulino. Right back to Cleveland, the keeper.
Alfie Bashford, who's so comfortable on the ball in that back line of three, just being able to direct traffic and likes to go back to his goalkeeper. Some center backs shy away from that, him not at all.
Igor trying to connect with Ivan Dominguez. It just missed. Steered away eventually by Michael Johnson. The possession has squarely been in the corner in the column for the Mustangs. Soto pops it high, no one there, and red and white. LeBouf knocked it down.
Probably an accident there, him flicking it off his forehead to create a volley, but I like to think he's trying to get credit for both assists with one pass if he can make it happen.
Namwira. Dominguez is arriving back to Soto. Here's the shot from Soto, is wide as that quick one-touch pass from Ivan Dominguez set up another opportunity.
Just looked like it was bobbling the slightest amount on the way back to him, and when you're trying to hit that one time, anything that leaves it from not being square on your foot means it's probably missing the target, but not far away.
Alfie Bashford, just unflappable back there. Nothing phases him. And that bounced up, and handball called on Igor Dominguez, a free kick to York County. He tried to hide that and kind of play it nonchalantly, but a lot of players out there in blue made the call immediately, and the referee in yellow saw it as well.
Unfortunately, if you had seen somebody do that on a basketball court, you wouldn't have batted an eye. When it's that obvious, tough to disguise it from the referee.
Bahuz gets us back to action. It's over Ethan Kirkpatrick's head. Bashford back to Cleveland, who settled it calmly under pressure from Paulino. Soto, great trap. Soto's got some help arriving in Gomez. Dominguez has want to make a run. That's Ivan. Has to come back to it, and Bungu beat him and cleared it away. was a nice play. And it's worked ahead by Brito. Rolls in too close to Cleveland, however, he'll pick it up.
Cristo Brito coming from the Portland Bulldogs program, a guy that he's used to being on a team that can put up goals in bunches.
And SMAA is a fun league to watch.
For sure.
Let's watch Cheverson Deering last night. The Rams with a win, but up-tempo, great technical soccer. Of course, Class A North, no slouch either, as a lot of these players here at Central Maine played for Lewiston, Edward Little, Oxford Hills.
Not so much Oxford Hills. Having
we have one,
spent 8 years there, I will say that that we have not had as much success as I would have liked against the likes of Lewiston and Edward Little. But
no, that's true.
We've produced some good ones here. Pavo Johnson among them.
That's right. I want to mention him with all the players we do have from the KVAC. A couple of MVC players too, although more on the women's team. Alfie Bashford. Paulino lurking in the area. DiPilato. Soto. Hawks giving a little space here, but only far away from the goal. One time they didn't was that shot that Jeremiah Gomez took that was close.
See, this is where I think they've been doing a great job here, Rob, of just collapsing in. They're dropping 4, oftentimes 5 back with the ball, and CM trying to push the pace too quickly. They want to get the ball to Ivan and Igor, but too quickly. And the more you try to force that issue, the more they're going to be 1, 2, and 3 defenders around them to try to dispossess. They've got that space in the middle. You just got to be a little more patient. Walk it forward, take the extra 10 yards.
That's the thing the Hawks are doing, too. They'll give you that space out by the midfield circle, but move closer to the goal and try to play that ahead. Forget it. Cristo Brito is down. And he pops up. Exchange is a handshake with Mitch Cameron. The Hawks will get us back underway. DiPilato concedes the throw.
Little miscommunication there with his goalkeeper as Cleveland was screaming his head off for that one to come through for him to get hands too, but that can be tough as a right back when you've got an attacker either side of you. You want to be better safe than sorry.
Jesse Heiser with a throw. Played back to Michael Johnson. York trying to switch the fields. They'll succeed in doing so. LaBeouf. Knocked down by Tiro Non. Mustangs back on the attack. That was a nice play to step up and disrupt the action by Molino. But now back again. Here come the Mustangs as that pass. They're trying to tip that through to Cameron. And handball called in that play. I think there was a handball. Now it's out into touch.
Might have just been a body control reckless foul there on Igor, kind of steaming in without really a chance to get possession there. A little bit of the proverbial bowling ball through, just see if you can't poke it loose.
Igor doesn't like to apply the brakes.
I don't think he knows he has brakes.
He might not. That's played ahead, and alertly comes Ryan Royce off the line. That was Mikel Soto, who almost set himself up.
That was like someone chipping onto the green there. Plenty of backspin. That ball came to a stop in a hurry.
Bahus plays that ahead. DiPilato have to regain possession for the Mustangs. Namwira. He'll put that over the keeper, but no one there in white and red to get a head or a boot on it. Maxim Massey. Great effort by Brito to try to hold that in. Couldn't quite do so. Matty Waters. Bashford roll that back to Cleveland. Bashford right up the middle. Igor Dominguez. Massey right there with him. Igor with 3 defenders. Pass that behind. Jeremiah Gomez. Gomez has it back. That's off Massey again.
Still in, boys, come on.
Great play to keep that in by Matty Waters. Igor dispossessed by Mbungu. And that's out into touch for a throw. First sub of the game, Frank Sawtell will come in and replace Cristo Brito, who was just shaken up a moment ago.
equipment. I can find somebody else, but I can't replace the equipment.
Throwing over here on the near side. Well, the question is, which of the Hawks is going to take it? That'll be Tyler LaBeouf.
Rob, to me, it looks like York County just set up in a traditional 4-4-2, and for them, just trying to probably figure out what's going to be their best play style as they go through this first month of being together as a team. So not a bad way to go about things to give you different options, but I think CM has taken at least a little bit more advantage of having that extra central midfielder to move more quickly.
I think about how difficult that is, too, for a new coach. You get a bunch of players who haven't played much together as a foul called on York County. Not a ton of time to set up. I don't think they have a field on campus at their school, so they travel a little bit.
I believe over at Sanford, is that where they're
playing? I
playing?
think so, yes. And I think overall, too, it's, you expect those growing pains. This is a very good-looking team here in the early going. That shot by Matty Waters, well over the bar and wide.
Wover, as they would call it back home. A little ambitious from him, but we've seen him be able to make more of those marauding runs forward from that left back spot. Tiro Nong sometimes I feel like gets so far forward, joined in the attack, that Matty Waters has to get up there to cover that extra space. He's almost got to be his own wing back.
The speed on the back line for the Mustangs makes that possible. All three big players back there, and all of them, though, possess deceptive speed.
Speaking of speed, this one who's just about to check in for the Mustangs, Sam Boynton, he's got that in spades.
Poke that ahead toward Mitch Cameron in the area. Gomez back. Here's the shot and a goal. There's the first for Mikel Soto. And he wasted no time just letting it rip. It's 2-0.
That was a great low left foot, and there's not much that Royce can do about that one. Perfectly placed beyond his diving right reach.
Ooh.
And just inside the post.
I think he was just surprised at how quickly that ball came in on him.
Might have been unsighted from behind a defender as well.
Yeah, I was looking at that too. He might have had someone in his way, but Soto just let it fly. And good timing for him too, because he's the one who's going to be replaced by Sam Boynton, who comes in. So Soto, before he comes out of the game, scores his first ever Mustangs goal. We'll see it one more time here. And there was a little crowd in front. Yeah, one of the defenders tried to make the stop on that. That was Bahuz, and just missed it. That ball was flying in. Alfie Bashford chasing this back. Cody Cleveland had to pull the cape out of the way and yellow lay as he had a man right there with him. And now quick counter once again, Tiro Nong. Nong has Boynton going to goal. Nong. Left that for Boynton, give and go. Nong's shot ends up in the area. That's pounded away by Bahuz. 27th minute. Mustangs scored an own goal in the 11th. And Soto's goal in the 26th has doubled their advantage. Waters. Waters picking up some speed here. Pursued by Paulino. And we'll have a stoppage. And the trainer's coming on after that collision. Matty Waters is down and being helped up. George Bungu.
Dangerous foul there as Waters was at full gallop when he just had his left boot swiped from out from underneath him as he was about to step forward. And then as he rolled directly into someone's knee or with his head, that's a recipe for a couple of different things to be black and blue when he assesses tomorrow morning.
Quick talking to for Bungu from the referee.
And he is going to assess Matty as well just to make sure that he is A-okay whenever you have head contact like that.
Plenty of games coming up. You see the scroll right there. The baseball and softball teams playing on Friday, 5 p.m. UMA coming down from the Capitol to visit on Friday evening. Right under the lights here in Auburn. And the first time these two programs will battle each other in school's history. Gomez setting up to take the free kick. 18:04 remaining on the clock. Here's Gomez's delivery. Tipped and wide. Alfie Bashford. He was the target. And a good one for Gomez to try to pick out. Justin Violet will enter the contest. Derek Ofori checking in too. Obed Antonio. And the return of Big Ray, Raimundo Lobota, head into the contest. Lobota missed the last contest. The big defender will take his spot in the back three. Polino meets Lobota right away. Bashford covered for Lobota as they tried to find Polino. Very alert play by the Hawks, but Bashford anticipated that perfectly. Tyler LeBoeuf. Polino returns it. Auger. Dominguez to Auger outside. Leandro Auger. Battle of eights with LeBoeuf. Auger skips by him. Gomez back to Auger again in traffic. That was taken away by Molino. Mustangs have it back again. Obed Antonio. Good play to swipe that away. That was Tyler LeBoeuf who came in.
James to Jesse. James to Jesse. All right, next time, all right. Let's go, come on.
Lobota with some gamesmanship there, bringing the ball back. And a little verbal warning from the referee. Next time he tries that, he'll probably see a yellow card.
Finding the gray area in the kicking the ball away rule. When you walk it back and then drop it, are you removing it from them? Are you potentially checking with the referee? Enough to avoid going in the book right off the bat.
Yeah, it wasn't bad enough to get the immediate yellow. But I don't think he'll complain too much if the referee produced the card. Here's LeBoeuf again.
We better not talk too much about defenders kicking the ball away, or we're going to have a bunch of Arsenal fans screaming at us here in the next couple of minutes.
Declan Rice can't play this weekend. Don't I know it? That's headed down by LeBoeuf, who's been strong in the right back position.
Don't tell me you're an Arsenal fan.
Certainly am.
Oh, my goodness.
Who's popped that over his shoulder. Nice work. Justin Violet's there, but he couldn't take it away from Johnson. Di Pilato down that sideline. That's where Nawira was lurking. Derek Ofori has taken his spot. He's over there now. And Cristo Brito's okay. That's good news. He'll come back in. Maxim Masse will head to the bench.
Looks like they're going to pop out Jesse Heiser a little bit wider as well and let Brito back into that central area where he's been playing since he started the match.
Mustangs so relentless at any kind of loose ball, almost stole that away. He did get possession back. It's their throw. Di Pilato over there. He lost it to Kirkpatrick. Here comes Ofori. Dominguez. That's Ivan. Played through. Boynton. It was blocked right near the 6-yard box. Bashford and Lobota, the Twin Towers out there. They knocked the ball ahead.
I tell you what, that's not just blocked. That's saved off the left knee of Royce, who got himself wide like he was a hockey goaltender playing the butterfly. Well done.
He has been tremendous, Ryan Royce, in this first half. Well, he can't be faltered in either of the two goals. One an own goal deflection, and the second a bullet from Mikel Soto. Maybe a partial screen on that long-range shot as well.
Does find himself sitting at 3 saves so far, and 3 very good ones, and he's had probably 3 or 4 more covered that have just missed wide, bending around the post.
Justin Violet, out-muscled by Brito. Ivan Dominguez to Gomez. That's worked through, an opportunity here. And just wide for Ofori. And again, credit Ryan Royce for coming out and cutting down the angle. Gave Ofori very little to shoot at. That's why it stays 2-0.
That's brave goaltending there. Made himself big. Gave Ofori no time to pick his head up after he got the ball under control with a little extra bounce. And that was enough to put him off and put it around the upright.
Ryan Royce is very brave keeper. I've been really happy with his anticipation so far. He's come out and made the right decisions time and time again here in the first half.
Timing has been good, but perhaps the only knock against him might be the goal kick's a little bit short. Needs a little more air into those to help out his midfielders.
Got a break there that time as it bounced up off Justin Violet's arm. A race for this one, but out comes Cleveland. Got there just in front of Kevin Polino.
Cody Cleveland, who may be able to see and raise Royce a little bit in terms of his timing.
That's Ivan Dominguez, look out! And that's blocked. Two defenders there, and Arthur Bahuz makes another block. Ivan Dominguez. Disagreed that was last touched by the Mustangs, but a goal kick's been called here. That's an argument that Ivan's going to lose, possession to the Hawks.
Ivan just got himself guilty of double clutch in there. He's so used, I think, to seeing defenders that when he puts on the brakes on the edge of the area, let them go by before they can get their momentum to come to a rest. And this time, though, Bahuz just planted in his way, and that made the job easier for him to get a foot to it.
Bashford. DiPilato. Antonio. Work toward Sam Boynton. I want to pick out Obed Antonio again. Lubota just kind of casually stood there and played the ball. Just daring Polino to take him on and run into him. Gomez. Work that ahead toward Boynton. And Bahuz again. That'll draw three new Mustangs into the game. Returning to the game, Matty Waters, the goal scorer, Mikel Soto, and Igor Dominguez all coming back in.
I'm going to wager Ivan will probably get a rest here. And he is slowly making his way over, but he is perhaps the slowest substitution walker I have ever seen at any level, 5-year-olds to World Cup.
Does not want to come off the pitch. Alfie Bashford's off, and Massimo DiPilato jogged over to join him. And Ivan will take his sweet time. He'd rather stay out there as he chats with Lubota on the way off. There's Igor Dominguez now entering the area.
For reference, Ivan has just now crossed the sideline.
Cristo Brito again, a defensive play that results in a goal kick for his Hawks. The 35th minute. Mustangs goals in the 11th and the 26th, an own goal, and Mikel Soto. That's stolen. Ofori. Ofori's trying to bulldog his way through, couldn't quite do it, it was stolen. And Michael Johnson got fouled, a free kick to York County.
So I may be a little bit surprised to see the captain, Alfie Bashford, come off. But remember, he's logged a lot of minutes over the last week or so with a bit of a knock to his ankle himself. No Raimundo Lubota. We haven't seen him pretty much since he scored that amazing goal he had against UNA. So having him back and being able to sub in on the back line certainly allows some options to rest some of these defenders who have not had a lot of options for head coach Dalton Wing as of late.
You mentioned Alfie, he's going to check back in, but with the schedule coming up, the Mustangs have a little rest for some of the players wouldn't be a bad thing. They've got a busy week in store. Igor Dominguez taking on three defenders, and he won't win that battle. That time it was Bungu who came over and made the touch to knock that away. Gomez. Auger. Leandro Auger. Outside to Antonio. Auger. Deliberate pace. It's Auger's shot. That's blocked by Molino. Ofori. Trying to reset now for the Mustangs. Derek Ofori.
Great patience from the newcomer to this squad.
Yeah, they are deliberate. They are not going to waste possession. It takes them some time to hold on to it, to work that opportunity. That's what they'll do. Soto. Blocked by Molino. Polino. Polino. Work that outside. Cristo Brito has arrived. Lubota. Couldn't contain him. Lubota's come up lame. Ball into the area now. Here's the first opportunity. It's scuffed. And that chance will end up being cleared. And Lubota looked like he pulled something and cramped up as he was trying to chase Polino down that touchline.
Well, he certainly did, and I might have spoken too soon and given him the old announcer's curse, as I believe that's who Bashford is preparing to sub back in for. And he certainly pulled up on the run with no contact.
He's frustrated, as you see Raimundo come off right now. It seemed to cramp up as he made that run. He'll probably head right behind us to the trainer's table. As we got a look at Alfie Bashford taking Lubota's spot. A 38th minute here in Auburn. Bashford back in, and Bradley Adams will check in for the first time, number 4 for York County. He'll take Ethan Kirkpatrick's place. A 2-0 scoreline. The Mustangs have controlled territory and possession, but this has been a battling Hawks team here. I like the potential this program possesses. Adams' first touch, he was fouled. Good spot for a free kick.
Didn't see who they called that foul on, Rob.
Alfie Bashford's talking to the referee right now. He's the captain, so it may not be him. He's got the permission to kind of discuss things with the official. He got his explanation, and he'll peel off. And James Molino setting up for the free kick for York County.
If you're going to be the underdog, you have to make the most of your set pieces, and this really only the second clear-cut opportunity they've carved out when you can just put your foot on the ball and from a dangerous area to make something happen. We'll see what they've got from the training ground.
Can the Hawks be opportunistic here? Molino floats into the area and is headed away. He did have the target there. He's got the ball now, but the flag is up. And the Hawks offside. That was Polino, drifted a little too far ahead.
Flag means it would have been a moot point, but that was a good delivery, and Matty Waters had to be alert to flick the back of his head at and keep that one from reaching Polino.
Cody Cleveland with the goal kick. It's had a quiet evening so far. And a booming goal kick toward Igor Dominguez, ends up with Auger. Got rid of it quickly to Obed Antonio. Igor's got Mbugu with him. And Bungu makes the steal. But he ran right into Obed Antonio.
George! Off your foot, quicker to Jesse, then you go to space.
And we'll stay in possession with the Hawks. It's a goal kick.
Obed Antonio is another one of the late arrivals to this roster for Central Maine. Liked what I've seen out of him so far, but it is going to take time to find your way to gel in this attacking unit that, especially these guys like Igor who are very experienced and have been here for a couple of seasons, they know how much space they want to operate on the flanks.
Matty Waters. Bashford back there. Soto. Allow Soto to carry, he obliges. Watch that speed from Sam Boynton. Talk about how fast he is. It was just a display right there. He goes from 0 to full speed awfully quickly.
Yeah, if you were a FIFA fan, he would be one of those 99 acceleration players from back in the day that made your life miserable, that he is just so quick on the ball.
Justin Violets. That's turned and shots. Wide from Igor Dominguez. Justin Violet's a guy who adds instant offense. He doesn't start very often, but with 7 goals, most of those off the bench. He is a valuable weapon in this Mustangs team. You don't lose anything when you rest some of the starters and bring him up front to try his luck as far as scoring goals is concerned. Auger. Molino. Stolen from him. Igor Dominguez and Antonio are playing pass. Obed Antonio back to Igor Dominguez. Obed trying to continue his run, but he's shielded off the ball by LeBoeuf. And it's a corner for Central Maine, their third.
It's a nice job from Tyler LeBoeuf there. So many guys will get suckered into that many passes in a triangle like that. You end up stepping towards the man and not going, or towards the ball and not going with your man, and you can get beat easily. He was in the right spot to just divert that one away for the corner.
Obed Antonio, take the corner left-footed. A high arcing ball. Ends up out of play. That's what he'd like to have back, but a free kick, or a goal kick, excuse me. Hawks will take possession.
Too much whip on that left foot there.
It's Ryan Royce, the keeper. Had 3 saves in the clean sheet win over Maine Augusta on Monday. He's a little busier here tonight so far, but he has more than held his own. Violet trying to crash through defenders. Unsuccessful. That's headed ahead by Waters. Igor Dominguez, can he break through? He won't. Ball spinning, and a great play by Royce to not try to mess around with that. It was too close to the line. He just booted it away to avoid the corner.
That's an outstanding play on a late ricochet where the ball's going to go out for a corner kick, and you just saved your team another set piece. Outstanding reaction time and good awareness.
Yep.
Oh, but did it get across all the way?
Just got across. The linesman in the far side rules.
Rob Munzing, we can delete everything I just said for the last 15 seconds, right?
Referee talking with the keeper, Ryan Royce. Royce fixing his shin pad. He's ready to go. Gomez off the corner. Auger wants the shot. It's blocked. Shouts for handball there. Jesse Heiser with the block. And that second follow-up shot is wide for a goal kick.
Believe the referee just bringing the clock to a stop there for a moment because the ball was hit so far away by Royce trying to keep it in. Not a situation where he's at any risk of going in the book for kicking the ball away because the whistle and the acknowledgement that it's out of bounds comes well after the fact.
Royce asked to fix his shin pad as well, so both those things allowed the corner to get set up.
I like what our officiating crew has done so far. They've had good control of this game. We haven't really seen anything boil over with a couple of testy tackles in here.
Yeah, a couple of strong ones, but nothing malicious. That shot, Auger blocked. It actually hit his teammate Igor Dominguez. Played ahead to Kevin Polino. Polino had a great debut with a goal and 2 assists against UMA. He won't get past Matty Waters. Waters continues to carry and resets. He had nowhere to go as Cristo Brito stepped up and cut off his route.
This is where life gets so difficult for the Hawks. You want to take those opportunities to counter and try to play the ball forward towards your strikers, but it leaves a gargantuan hole in the midfield.
Sam Boynton trying to hook that into the area, but it's into the side netting for a goal kick. Soroka into the last minute of the first half.
And of course, this is not the deepest bench in the world for this first-year Hawks program, though they have a decent amount of players for only being together for a month, but that means you're going to see some tired legs out there as this match drags on.
Flag stayed down. Soto got back. Now the flag's up. Offside the call. Soto was calling that immediately. I think he was surprised the flag stayed down, but did eventually pop up for the offside with 35 seconds remaining.
Linesman knows the drill. You can't actually raise it to enforce the call until you've forced the defender to make contact with it, but he was smart to continue to play. You never know.
Igor Dominguez almost picked that up. Great work by Bahuz to make sure he didn't foul the man near the area. Made the clear. That's spinning ahead toward Brito. Hawks trying to counter. It was broken up by Soto. Violet spinning. A chance to break is ended by the whistle and the horn, and that's it for the first half. A pair of goals for the Mustangs, an own goal in the 11th minute. And in the 26th minute, the first ever Mustangs goal by the rookie Mikel Soto. 2-0 at halftime. The Mustangs in front of York County Community College. The Hawks playing in Auburn for the first time here on Munzing Media.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost. And for some, it's even free.
Wait, Did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
Same thing as always.
That's the front of the net.
Little things to make you what you are.
Zero, 3, 1, 2, 3, zero.
Ready, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Sit right here.
NCAA provides our program exactly what they say, a chance for small colleges to peak. It's leveling the playing field for everybody.
It provides a great opportunity, just to fellowship amongst athletes, get a chance to play against some different teams that you typically don't get a chance to play against from different regions, different parts of the country. It kind of gives you an opportunity to kind of see where you're really at against everybody. Really good, like I said, just a great environment, well-ran tournament. It's a pleasure to be part of organizations like the Yccc.
Forensics has grown so much and it's very beneficial to the criminal justice system. I was always one of those kids that watched forensic files. That was something I loved. Just a science person all around, I always have been. The instructors are some of the top forensic experts in Maine. They really know what they're talking about. They've been there, done that. CMCC is very lucky to have people like this. I'm in Intro to Criminal Justice and Criminal Law and Report Writing. It's a lot of the baseline of things I have to be knowledgeable about. I want to do crime scene photography. The forensic science program is preparing me to start thinking what's important here? What do I need to look for right off the bat? You never know what you're going to find.
The Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation is proud to support Munson Media's production of live streaming high school sports. We recognize the hard work and dedication of Maine's high school student athletes, and we applaud Munson Media's pioneering live streaming efforts. The Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation.
Since 1892. And it changes the game, 35-26. This has been a wacko affair.
The USCAA provides our program exactly what they say, a chance for small colleges to peak. It's leveling the playing field for everybody.
I'm retired United States Army Staff Sergeant Travis Mills, formerly of the 82nd Airborne Division. In 2012, I was injured in Afghanistan due to a roadside bomb. It took portions of both arms and both legs, and through Walter Reed and 19 months of intense recovery, I was able to build myself back up, learn how to walk again, drive again, and take care of my young family. Since then, I have decided to be on the road speaking as a motivational speaker.
Life is all about perspective, all right? So for me, it's real easy. I gave a lot, but I didn't give everything. When I think about my situation, I'm lucky to be here.
When I was on the road speaking, I was hired by CBU Benefits. Ray Valley and Brian Heath brought me in to speak at one of their forums.
After hearing Travis's story, I was compelled to move forward with our relationship. We specialize in reaching out to employees and employers, explaining to them the value of supplemental health coverage. Accidents, cancer, critical illness, disability, and sometimes even death are events that happened in our lifetime.
When I'm on the road speaking, I'm able to have sidebar conversations with everybody that wants to come talk to me. And I hear about their family and loved ones that are going through maybe cancer, maybe a critical illness, maybe something, being disabled from a job and not having the coverage that they need because their healthcare just didn't cover it. After talking with Ray and Brian, telling them how much I really appreciate what they're doing, they decided that it would be just an awesome partnership if I became part of the team, not just as a spokesperson, but as an actual partner in the company. I have a message for everybody about supplemental benefits because I feel like everybody should be protected from life's unexpected events.
Accidents do happen. I ask that you would allow one of our experienced representatives to come into your business so that we are able to educate you on the value of these very, very important products.
Back with you here in Auburn. Some of the members of the women's team practicing out on the field at halftime. The men's team up 2-0. Here at the break, an own goal in the 11th minute and the first ever goal from Mikel Soto in the 26th. Rob Kennedy here with Caleb Lamb, and really a deserved 2-0 lead overall. You got to credit York County Community College for playing some stout defense because they were outpossessed in that first half. But they battled hard, but you got to get the ball back if you're going to get any kind of headway and make some offensive threats in the second 45.
Yeah, Rob, this is one of those situations where both coaches have reason to feel satisfied and be a little bit happy with how that first 45 minutes went. If you're York County, you've only conceded twice, one of those unlucky on an own goal that dropped through, and then the other one being a rocket of a low daisy cutter from Mikel Soto that 9 times out of 10 on any goalkeeper, that's going in the back of the net. Other than that, you have frustrated the tied for second-ranked USCA Division II team. That's a pretty good feeling when you get to halftime in your 4th match as a brand-new program. On the other side, CM, hey, you've scored 2. You haven't really been threatened very much. You haven't had a shot against you so far, so you're going to be happy about that. I think head coach Dalton Wing, though, would like a little more offense before this is said and done.
Yeah, I think that's what he's looking for, too, is just connecting some of those passes to set up opportunities, as they've had some of those. But you mentioned the word frustrated, and you talk about playing a team that's number 2 in the nation. When you can be as frustrating as York County Community College was in that first half, that's good for any team. But you throw in there, too, this is just their second ever game. 2 games, 2 conference games. They had a 4-0 win over UMA earlier in the week. They don't look like a new program at all. There's some talent on this team. It's just a matter of time until they build up into a contender.
Yeah, very, very impressive, and this is a good recruiting tool to be able to say, hey, we might be the new kids on the block, but don't take us for granted. There's a long season yet, and who knows what things are going to look like a month from now when we start talking about the playoff picture.
I think we have the 2 goals to show, and we'll take a look at the first one. In the 11th minute, a stroke of luck, good for the Mustangs, bad for the Hawks. I just watched this little deflection. There's the shot. There's the deflection, the defender rising to try to make that clear and just glanced it behind the keeper, Ryan Royce, who had an outstanding first half. 1-0 the score in the 11th minute. And then the 26th minute, you heard Caleb mention just the outstanding shot by Mikel Soto. The Spaniard scoring his first ever goal, and it was a bullet.
Oh, this was such a great low shot. just able to step into it, and when you get a good connection like that, as you said, perhaps a little bit unsighted for the goalkeeper, which makes it all the more difficult, but you just have to plant your feet, dive, and hope for the best. And Mikel Soto, who has played in a lot of different positions as we talked about, getting the chance to make an impact on the offensive end for all the good work he's been doing on the defensive side and the midfield.
One he'll remember, not his first goal in Maine. He scored some as an exchange student for Gorham High School.
That's right.
But his first goal for the Central Maine Community College Mustangs to give a 2-0 lead. That's where we stand here at the break. And we will take a break here and head into the second half when we return to Auburn next up on Munzing Media.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost, and for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
Same thing as always.
That's the front of the net.
All those little things to make you what you are.
0, 3, 1, 2, 3, 0.
Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3. That's it right here.
Reset quickly on the fly, who the 11 players.
The USCAA provides our program exactly what they say, a chance for small colleges to peak, leveling the playing field for everybody.
It provides a great opportunity, just the fellowship amongst athletes, get a chance to play against some different teams that you typically don't get a chance to play against from different regions, different parts of the country. It kind of gives you an opportunity to kind of see where you're really at against everybody. Really good, like I said, just a great environment, well-ran tournament. It's a pleasure to be part of organizations like USCA.
There's a shot of Exonam Weir, number 12. Obed Antonio right next to him on his left. Hero Nong on the right. And a bunch of Mustangs all set to go for the second half as they'll start in front 2-0. Busy schedule for the Mustangs. Heading on the road to Hampshire College on Saturday. They'll turn around and make the trip back. And on Sunday afternoon, we'll take on Berkeley. That's a noontime start, I believe. And that is going to be a tremendous contest. Berkeley, a very talented team. You see quite a bit in the national tournament. And then Monday, the next day, Thomas College comes to town. A rematch of the matchup last week in Waterville, won by the Mustangs 1-0. And after that's done, the Mustangs have a couple of days of practice, and their arch rivals, the Seawolves from Southern Maine Community College, they'll be in town here on Thursday night. So this is a very busy stretch. You talk about fixture congestion. The Mustangs have plenty of that right now. But they have the depth, plenty of players, and guys look to be in outstanding shape, but they'll be tested this week.
You get back-to-back SMCC games with the women's game right before on next Wednesday.
That's right, too.
They've been away from home for an awfully long time.
And just a schedule anomaly with them this year. They don't play many home games.
No.
Next year we'll probably see the reverse, and they'll be here a ton.
Correct.
For York County Community College, they are off until next week. They have the opposite issue. They're not playing again until next Thursday. They're at Thomas College up in Waterville. And then back to league action, or they'll host Northern Essex Community College and SMCC next Tuesday. Northern Essex in between there on Saturday. The Mustangs ready to go. The Hawks are heading out now. I think York County needs a fairly quick one in the first 15 minutes. They want to make this interesting down the stretch. But possession was not their friend in that first half. They'll have to find ways to keep the ball and set up opportunities and threaten Cody Cleveland down in the Mustangs' goal. Kevin Polino is ready to get things underway for the Hawks. Polino with a goal and 2 assists in his debut against Maine Augusta on Monday. A 4-0 win for York County. We are underway. Royce boots that ahead. Headed right back forward again by Matty Waters. Play to the edge of the area, Ivan Dominguez. Couldn't settle, couldn't turn. Cameron worked outside. Nong. Too close to the keeper, Ryan Royce will play that all day. And Royce trying for the quick counter. Out wide to Johnson. Johnson on his horse as Soto chasing. Great battle there, and Soto won the battle, but it's out into touch for a throw. He had some help coming over there, too, from Exo Namwira. Molino. Also a strong debut with a goal and an assist, and 4 shots on goal in the win over UMA. Another throw in for the visitors. Jesse Heiser. Showed a little too much off that first touch by Kirkpatrick. Mitch Cameron can come and claim. Hawks aggressive off the ball here. That's played forward. Igor Dominguez racing for it, and Igor has it here. Igor Dominguez into the area. And great marking to make sure that never got to Ivan Dominguez. That was Heiser again. DiPilato. Right. Lucky 13.
Almost Friday the 13th. I don't know. If this game was a day later, would that be lining up all the stars in his favor?
I'd love to see him get a goal. See how many opportunities he'll have playing from this right back position.
I think he would love to see himself get a goal if he had himself a chance to get that far forward.
Well, you've seen Alfie Bashford moving up in the play
right.
to try to get opportunities. So
I think that's why it's probably less likely that DiPilato will get to do the same. He's got to be the man staying back there when Matty Waters and Alfie Bashford take their little forays to the front line.
Even on set pieces and corners, it's going to be Alfie who's up there because of his height, much more so than DiPilato. Now, he's a shutdown defender, DiPilato, and he's great at it. Matty Waters. Trying to play that toward Igor Dominguez. Tiro Nong's pass didn't connect. Waters back to DiPilato. Gomez. He's got Namwira making a run on the right flank. Making that go out into touch. Heiser just watched and waited, and it's a goal kick for his Hawks.
I'd be very curious to see how Central Maine comes at this second half, this last set of 45 minutes. Conventional soccer wisdom would say you've got yourself a 2-0 lead, protect what you've got and be sure of yourself at the back. But this is also a CM team that time and time again we've seen their best defense is when they're playing good offense.
Yeah, their game seems to be pressing ahead regardless of the situation. And, you know, when you get out of your game sometimes that leads to mistakes you wouldn't normally make. I'd expect to see them continue to press, especially with this a 2-0 lead, especially how much this team likes to score goals. Igor Dominguez.
That was a good tackle from Bahus to just get enough on that to divert it from Cameron's reach.
Soto's got one already. Namwira quickly through the area. And that dies with Ryan Royce.
Good little shot there from Igor Dominguez to get his left foot on it, but that was way too tight of an angle to have any chance of beating a goalkeeper of Royce's caliber.
Gonna work that ahead toward Polino. He's double teamed. Calmly played out wide by Cody Cleveland. DiPilato to Soto. Miscommunication. He wanted to find Namwira, but he already made his way up the pitch.
I tell you, Rob, the most tricky situation that Cody Cleveland has had to deal with tonight are the ones from his team zone making. So many times Alfie Bashford is comfortable going back to him to avoid that counterattack and keep possession. But then Cody has to deal with things like this where sometimes that ball's coming to you on the bounce or under pressure, and he hasn't put a foot wrong yet.
That's one thing Kevin Polino has done all night long, is when he's had the opportunity to rush in on the keeper and force the issue, he's done so, and Cleveland's quite aware of where Polino is when the ball is rolled back. Here's Gomez who makes a nice move. Igor Dominguez shoots and scores. Igor Dominguez makes it 3 in the 50th minute. And the Mustangs tack on one more.
Outstanding finish there, just tucking that one forward nice and low. Don't give the keeper much of a chance at all. And I didn't see who picked up an assist on that one. Rob, did you catch?
I think a pass was made by Gomez, who sprung him.
Thank you. That's outstanding work there, just to slip that one through on goal, and Igor does not miss from there.
We'll check out that replay again and see if that was Gomez. Well, I'm pretty sure it was who made that original pass for Igor's 18th career goal.
Well, I can always go back and change it if I'm wrong.
And check out the video later on.
That's the beauty of being in charge of the live stats, Mr. Kennedy, is you get to determine what's correct for the most part.
There's Igor again. Dropped it off to the edge of the area for a shot, a laser, but it's high from Gomez.
He has not been able to keep it down and on target under the crossbar so far tonight, but he's had his opportunities to range his target. If they keep leaving him that open, you have to think it's only a matter of time before he smashes one home.
He really has great velocity and power on those shots.
Thornton Academy product, who will have had his fair share of run-ins with SMAA opponents like are up and down dotting this roster for the Hawks.
Now Muira heads that. Tried to head it square. It did get through. Nong. That was stabbed down nicely by the defender. I think that was... It wasn't Heiser out there. I'll check in just a moment. It was LaBeouf who made that play, number 8. Working on that far touchline. Played ahead by Mitch Cameron. DiPilato stepping up. He really had to hurry to get there in front of Michael Johnson. There's a shot tipped over the bar. Great save by Royce. If he can reach it, he'll stop it.
That thing was traveling, and a well-struck ball there. Just unlucky for Cameron that did not duck over the fingertips of Royce, because that was going to be just below crossbar height. Excellent save.
Bashford is up. He's a target in the area for this corner from Namuira. It's up, headed, and cleared. Played ahead toward Polino. Bashford back in the play. It was a 2-on-2 there developing with Kirkpatrick, and now a race. DiPilato using his body very well to shield that away and draw the foul on Polino.
Yeah, the speed has not subsided whatsoever for Polino, who continues to cause problems by just doing what he needs to do, which is press and make life difficult for the Central Maine back line. It is a 3-5-2 setup, so there's not going to be a lot of options there. If you can force them to take one bad touch, you're shoulder to shoulder.
Foul called on the Mustangs. DiPilato is one of the smaller defenders that the Mustangs have, which isn't saying an awful lot given the size of guys like Bashford, Laboda, etc. But he really used his body well and physically won that ball. Ivan Dominguez. A rare night that he hasn't found the score sheet yet. There's still 37 minutes to go for that to change. Ivan. He's tripped and a free kick coming.
Like LaBeouf got him there just around the ankles.
And he's helped up. Max Massey over there to help. Here's the free kick. That's Tiro Nong who'll take it. Gomez was heading over and Nong directing traffic.
This would certainly be a cherry on top for Tiro Nong tonight if he could find a way to put this one home. The man who was in his first meeting as student president today. Last year's winner of the school's Against All Odds Award. Free kick cleared easily by the Hawks that time. They tried a race, but
You watch Mitch Cameron get back in the play quickly. There's DiPilato playing back to Cleveland, the keeper. Bashford. He'll just smash it ahead. A foul called. Assessed against Bungu, and free kick played very quickly. The high bouncing ball stopped. Well played by Johnson. Here he comes. And he gave that away. It's Mitch Cameron. Cameron couldn't enter the area. It's cleared.
Fancy footwork from the Englishman today. We're seeing a different side of Mitch Cameron, who is usually such a reliable holding midfielder playing in that 6 role where you can be the deep-lying man. He's getting further forward, and he has not been afraid to take players on one-on-one. I've liked what I've seen from him.
He's really been offensively aggressive in this game. It is fun to watch. Bashford winning the physical battle with Paulino. Alfie. A pass into the area. It's cleared again, only as far as Gomez. He might shoot this. Not this time. Gets the pass back and it's blocked. Nice threading the needle that ends up with a goal. I said there was time for Ivan Dominguez to get on the score sheet. He usually does, and there he is.
And unselfish as well from Jeremiah Gomez, because as you said, he could very easily have just decided to take that one himself. In fact, Ivan gave him 2 chances at it just to make sure that he wanted to give the pass through to him in the area. But Ivan Dominguez, who has now got himself goals in 3 straight games.
And 42 goals now in his Central Maine career in 33 games. Gomez is catching up in assists to his goal total. He's got 2 assists here in the second half, both pretty ones. That's his 5th and 6th assist of his career.
That is an absolutely insane goals per game ratio that you just said there about Ivan Dominguez, who has been one of the best that this Central Maine program has produced.
We have certainly seen some goal scorers lately, from Samantha Bellardo on the women's side, Natalie Tracy, of course, an All-American.
26 last year from her, right? So Ivan is going to have to step it up at least a little bit more if he wants to catch her.
He could do it, but he was an All-American himself last season. And the 2023 Conference Player of the Year. He'll be in the running for that honor again this season, no question about it. Might have a lot of competition from his own teammates.
26 would be a fantastic target that any forward in the Premier League would like to hit through their 38 games. For the Mustangs, that's to try to chase down within about, 18 or so.
Gomez fields it through again. Ivan was looking for Igor and didn't connect. Cameron outside. Gomez. Keep a keep away going on here, but Gomez couldn't step through 2 defenders. And it is cleared by the Hawks. Matty Waters. Waters, Bashford, DiPilato. That is a very formidable back 3. Paulino steals that. He's on for now. Has support coming. Puts a shot on target. Not too far away and no problem for Cleveland.
And that is the first of the night from the Hawks to at least put one that will make sure that Cleveland is alert to not be too far off his line and get caught watching.
Massimo DiPilato. It was anticipation by Heiser. Couldn't quite get there. And then Namwira stolen from Arthur Bahus. Brito. Michael Johnson, can he save it in the touchline? He can. Nice play. Bashford, though, with a long leg, stabbed that away from the on-rushing Kevin Paulino.
That is just fantastic work from the CM captain.
He's just so casual in doing so. It looks so effortless, but that is not an easy play.
Stole the words right out of my mouth. The skipper's so composed. I know he's a Manchester United fan. They've had some struggles at center back over the last couple of years. They might want to give this young man a call with the way he's been playing in the backside of this back 3 in the 3-5-2 formation. And as you said, he's not been terrible putting the ball forward and picking people out on the ground himself as a little bit of a playmaking center back.
One of 4 Englishmen on this Mustangs team. I was calling them the 3 Lions for a while. Cameron, Waters, and Bashford. And then they were joined by Derek Ofori. Four Lions just doesn't sound right.
I know, but you can't say 3 Lions too much there, Mr. Kennedy, or I'm going to just hear that tune in the back of my skull for the remainder of this match after the Euros earlier this summer. 3 lines on the show. All right, that's enough.
Free kick now for York County. Delivery to the 18, and they'll get no further. Well, look out now, this might become offense. Oh, great play. Right at that center stripe.
Back-to-back great blocks there as well from
George Bungu, yeah.
Bungu doing an excellent job.
DiPilato takes a look upfield. And that's played out into touch by Jesse Heiser. A couple of subs now. Speaking of Derek Ofori, he'll go right back in. And Justin Violet re-entering as well. It'll be Namwira and one of the goal scorers, Mikel Soto, coming off. Mitch Cameron. Waters arrives. Left-footed toward Violet. Gets through for a shot. And another great save down low by Ryan Royce.
Is that Nong on the outside who had that?
That was
effort?
Tiro who got that. Yeah, I thought they were going to Violet first and went all the way through to Tiro Nong who made the shot.
That was a good low one towards the post. Nearly caught the goalkeeper too high, and Royce just able to stick out his right foot and make another save with his legs. He's done that a couple of times tonight.
Igor Dominguez. DiPilato over here on the right side. Waters back to Bashford. They'll try the left side this time. Cameron's over there. Gomez. Try to roll that ahead toward Ivan Dominguez. It was a little too far for the Mustang man. And that's out into touch, courtesy of Bungu.
Doesn't matter if you're 4-0 up with a half an hour left to go in the match. No soccer player has ever in the history of the game been satisfied to not point the other direction and claim that it's their throw-in.
They fooled me. I thought it was going to be a Central Maine throw-in. Bungu did kick it, but it went off a Mustang player. But Central Maine has it back again. Try that left side this time. Violet. Dispossessed by Molino.
Violet's a guy who would be due some karmic retribution to potentially get a shot or a goal himself. On the road against Bridgeton Academy last time out, he found himself steaming down the left wing, only for his own man, Mr. Gomez, to come across and try to steal the ball away from him and accidentally disrupt the attack.
Here comes Mr. Gomez off. Leandro Auger comes on. Violet's got a weird stat, 7 career goals. 6 of those goals came in a 3 2-goal games. When he scores one, he usually scores another.
That is an odd stat there. All right, so he's
3
he's
2-goal
one of those
games
momentum guys.
Yep, gets one, he smells blood and wants another. Here's Violet with it now. Cameron.
4 o'clock, I'll be there, okay?
Nice through ball. An even better run by Mungu to get there and kick that away. Actually, that was 5, not 3, Bahus.
Oh, that wasn't just nice. That was a gorgeous pass right through the defense, nearly picking out Ofori, who was trying to give Auger an assist to add to his stat total. They're doing a good job of knifing through, but I continue, Rob, to be impressed with how this Hawks defense has adjusted. They're not getting beat in the foot races, and they're not getting caught with too many men forward on the counterattack. Their defense is continually solid, even as the legs begin to tire.
It's one of the most potent offensive attacks in the nation. Corner makes its way through. Nong. Violets bounced away from him. He's back on it, however. Now it's taken by the Hawks. Stolen right back, though. Trying to test the keeper, Auger. It's wide of the mark and a goal kick.
Going back to that corner kick, Rob, I think that's perhaps one phrase that you've said the most tonight is corner kick comes all the way through. And perhaps the one thing head coach Dalton Wing and his assistant Izzy Dominguez might want to look at is the set pieces, trying to find ways to capitalize on those more, because that's one thing a vaunted attack will get you is a lot of chances to deliver the ball into the area from the corner flag.
A foul called as Mustang went down to the turf. Ivan Dominguez was there. He just mentioned Isidoro Dominguez, the assistant coach.
I threw you off. There's 3 Dominguezes, and they all start with I.
And they all played at the same time last year, too, which was interesting. But fun to watch, those 3. As far as how the magic they could weave together was something else.
Go back a couple of years ago, Isidoro Dominguez, who came through with that equalizer in what was very nearly a draw in the second group stage game at the national tournament, only for the Mustangs to fall by 1. A team that this year will have designs on making that next step on a 3rd time in a row of asking if they can get there.
Where is the national tournament this year? Has it been determined?
I believe down in Pittsburgh, but now I'd have to double check.
No. This is a goal kick this time for the York County Hawks. 64th minute. 2 goals in each half so far for the Mustangs. DiPilato, great touch. Ofori. Auger. Violet poked ahead and right on to Bahuz's boot. Once again, Paulino forcing the issue. Once again, some poise from the keeper, Cody Cleveland. Bashford played long, Igor Dominguez. Great battle by Igor. One at the end, though, by Mbugu. Subs back in the game. Namwira's back in, Soto returning, and Sam Boynton checking in as well, and Obed Antonio will also arrive. Frank Sawtell will enter the game for York County, the next chance he gets. Actually, he's headed back to Coach Chris Molino's bench.
Yeah, I'm only seeing 3 of them come up because Ivan Dominguez is taking his slow saunter. Referee Andrew Parada having to remind the Mustangs they still only have 3 off the field from the 4 subs.
Auger trying to find some space here to reset. Cleveland to the left side. Nong is over there. Cameron. Tiro Nong again. His pass behind Sam Boynton. Ends up with the Mustangs anyway. Boynton again. That's deflected. Tyler LeBoeuf knocked that out into touch for a Central Maine throw. I saw this game on the schedule at the beginning part of the season, knowing that York County Community College was a new team. I didn't know what to expect. Sometimes play against a team like Central Maine as a brand new program, it could get out of hand early, but that's not been the case here tonight. Not at all.
No, the way they have played has been quite impressive, and you know, some people might say, well, 4-0 game, that's a bad night at the office, but like you said, barely a program having begun, just trying to get their feet underneath them in a first season and going up against one of the best teams in the country at the USC AA Division II level. And they have been a very well-structured unit, and that is perhaps the best compliment you can give a team like this as they're still trying to find their chemistry and their form, how well-drilled they've been, and that's going to come down to your coaching staff to have them that prepared this early in the season.
A foul called against York County. All credit to Chris Molino again. Just their 3rd overall game, their 2nd league game, and they played an exhibition against Quinsigamond College. Lost 1-0 in that game. Lost to Thomas as well. And they aren't giving up many goals, at least they weren't until tonight. And again, this is an attack probably as potent as any as they'll see all season.
Oh, and the PTZ camera takes a little bit of a beating to unlevel it there. Rob Munzing will be fuming off to our right.
Takes a beating, keeps on ticking.
Like the setup that he's been able to do to gain some height for the broadcast angle for the folks watching across the country and outside the country as well. He's done a great job bringing us the picture, as I'm sure you would agree, Mr. Kennedy.
Very much so. That elevation's helped. And yeah, across the world. 12:38 in the UK right now, and then I think they're probably still watching.
What cup of tea would that be on the day to be watching this game at that time?
No idea what you'd have it. 12:38. Something uncaffeinated, I would think. And in comes Frank Sawtell now. Sawtell will replace Jesse Heiser. 69th minute, excuse me. Here in Auburn. A picture-perfect night for soccer, and the Mustangs have played that way too. 2 goals in each half. 3 different goal scorers plus an own goal. Who's over to head that away again? Mitch Cameron.
Long's crosses have not necessarily found their target, but they're going to continue to go to him as he creates space down that far flank.
Before he split the defense, but played it too far ahead. That deflects off Soto. Some shouts for handball. The referee says play on. Sawtell at the outside of the foot. Bahuz was dispossessed. Auger with it here.
Bahuz is looking like he could use a breather and a little bit of a break as he catches his second wind as best he can to sprint back to the back line. There has been no let up from this Mustangs team, who've been happy to play a little more tiki-taka in this second half and knock the ball around.
Forey called for the foul. And a free kick to the Hawks. You mentioned Bahuz, and really no rest for him. 70 minutes in, and he has been the heart of that defense. He has been run ragged, but he's still out there. Still with some energy and still some battery life left.
70th minute, and he is still ticking on strong.
And the Montreal native, Massimo Di Pilato, about to come back in. Jeremiah Gomez, our pregame interview subject, coming over, and it's passed over to us over here. You saw the camera shake. It would have. I just missed it.
You had the feet ready to go, Rob.
I was ready.
Just like a guy fielding the foul ball at the stadium. You were going to get yourself a little touch or two there.
There's Frank Sawtell, number 9.
I like this strategy. Delay taking the throw in as long as you can to get an extra drink on the sideline for Bungu. Molino not going to move referee Andrew Parada to give the free kick there, as he felt he got the studs brushed up against the ankle a little too high.
Yeah, Molino popping up, and yeah, he's in some pain, shaking it off.
I will never understand the trend of shin guards and shin pads getting smaller and smaller and smaller with how much close contact on dribbling there is nowadays, Rob.
But you're right, that is definitely the thing for most of the players now, are the really small shin guards.
They're usually made out of cardboard, it feels like.
Yeah. Some space over there on the left side of the field for Obed Antonio. He'll play it long, looking for Namwira. And ends up with Ryan Royce, the keeper. Bahuz. Johnson. That's deflected into touch. Brito was trying to connect with Paulino, and it was just behind him. Alfie Bashford. Antonio. Mikel Soto. Ofori making the run. Will he catch up to this? Ofori runs it down, draws a couple of defenders. Soto's up there in support. Mikel Soto entering the area. He played it too far ahead, and it's cleared. Now Mbugu came over and made that clear.
Nice job from Brito to track that one down. His legs also still moving.
Cristo Brito trying to play over the top toward Paulino. Bashford, so poised. Back there on defense.
Now, do my eyes deceive me, Rob Kennedy, or is that Jeremiah Gomez who's tucked in as a center back in that 3-5-2
He is, and it just
now?
threw me a second. I said, that 10 Gomez? I'm going to wait and see, but he's back there.
Soto as well, outstationed as the right side of that triumvirate.
Well, Soto is not as much of a surprise as you mentioned. We can see him play any place, but I've never seen Gomez play anywhere near the back line before.
This might be one of those, well, take the opportunity to check it out,
see what you
lest
can do.
we have a problem like they did with the injury bug later on in the year.
Oh, but Antonio called for the foul. It's a free kick.
And again, this is the type of opportunity from maybe a little too far away to try your luck yourself, but to certainly put something into the area and see if you can find a goal here.
Here's Molino trying to pop that into the area. And Bashford comes up over the top and does so cleanly.
How have you avoided saying bashes one away all these times here? Is it just your hatred of puns, Rob Kennedy?
Yes, that's pretty much what it is. It's too easy, right? I have said that. I just didn't want to fall on the crutch of saying it too often.
I think we should try to get something going with a nickname started here. Bashford the Basher or something like that. There's got to be something from Dickensian literature to lean on here.
That would that'd be a good way to look. See what we can find in Shakespeare or Dickensian lit, something in Brit lit. Let's see what I can work up between now and Sunday.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
A foul call to the Mustangs this time. Matty Waters will report to check in. Next chance the Mustangs have.
Sam Boynton's continued to try to do his job down that left side since reporting in with the speed, but did just catch the ankle there for the free kick.
Here's Matty Waters and Bradley Adams right next to him. Justin Violet. We got Violet for the foul.
A little violent from Violet there, trying to win that one back.
James Molino popping back up. He's okay as he was shrugged down. Royce got all of that one. He had some distance issues in the first half, but he gave that one a ride.
He just needed about 15 steps to run up to it and build up some momentum. That'll help.
Had some runway there. Here come the Mustangs. Another opportunity, and out again comes Ryan Royce. Second effort is knocked wide. Exo Namawira was in the vicinity. He had the best opportunity. He was set up by Sam Boynton. And Ryan Royce has been very impressive throughout the 75 minutes of this game so far.
That was a great opportunity there, and as you said, Royce getting another big piece of that one to divert it away. He's done himself justice in these one-on-one situations. Those aren't the easiest to handle.
If they have him for a couple of years, he's a great person to build that defense around. Soto played out wide. Antonio. Mustangs taking their time again, being patient. Don't need any more goals with 4 here tonight. They have a smothering defense as well. Auger to Violet. Tried to get Namwira through. Spinning ball, out comes Royce. Tough one to play.
And just unlucky for Namwira there. He spun every which direction and did not realize the ball was above him an extra couple of feet, or he might have been in with the left.
Soto. Played out wide, there's a 40. Auger calling for it. Before he ran onto that, Auger played it back again. Waters ahead. Gomez. And to avoid that challenge, Bungu once again. He's been dynamite out there. And he has been hustling the entire night so far.
It was a heavy tackle, but he certainly got the timing right to win the ball. And like you said, he's encouraging his teammates to follow his example.
Auger couldn't pull the trigger quickly enough. Might have a chance here, though. And that's deflected by Royce on the way by. Just stick-to-itiveness in there by Leandro Auger, who looked like the ball was spinning away from him, but he ran it down to get a great opportunity in the follow-up.
He very nearly bent that into the far corner. How about the save from Ryan Royce? Slap the fingertips on it and just get it away from danger. That's an alert save.
Namwira's got the corner. Setting up right-footed this time. It's been the one spot the Mustangs may want to improve, and that's going to continue. Easily dealt with again by the York County Community College Hawks. Waters. Soto again. Ofori calling for it. Soto opts to keep it for now. Wanted to play that through to Violet. Met Bahuz instead. And Ofori got the leg up a little too high. He doesn't like the call, but it's a free kick to York County.
Got to be careful there about smacking the ball away.
Yep. You get him for time wasting or dissent in that situation. James Molino, he's on the free kick. 79th minute, about to enter minute number 80. Molino wants his mates pushing up. Into the area, out comes Cleveland. The ball is loose in the area, and a goal. Hard work pays off, and a goal scored.
Great serve, Arthur. Finish.
And it's 4-1.
Couldn't see who'd knocked it in the scramble for it. Out of nothing, Cleveland trying to come to the top of the box to claim that. He could only palm it back into the mixer, and lo and behold, there's someone there to arrive on the scene.
Might have been Molino. We'll see if we can check it out again. Let's see who got the final touch on this. But you got to feel good for York County here. They have battled all night. That is a goal you like to see them score, just for their determination and grit in this game tonight. Polino almost stopped that. Here comes Auger. Leandro Auger still with it. Auger works his way outside, edge of the area. Played that back. Justin Violet from Boynton. There's a shot. Tough one too, as that skipped off the turf, and Royce made the save anyway. 80 minutes gone. Here's Soto again. Caleb Lamb's on a mission. He's going to find out who scored that goal.
Derek, go for it, Derek.
Justin Violet.
Derek, drop.
Polino. Try to play that through. Stopped by Gomez. Caleb reports it's Arthur Bahuz who got that goal. So Arthur gets his first collegiate goal for York County Community College. And again, for the work he's put on defense, you gotta feel good that he got the goal.
That's the report back from the bench there, is that he was the one to knock that in, but you would still find yourself with an assist for Mr. Molino for serving that in initially.
You know, Cody Cleveland wanted the clean sheet. There's the opportunistic. You mentioned in the first half, you got to take advantage of opportunities. And that time, Bahuz certainly did. Tried to work that out wide to Heiser. Namwira. Namwira had to get away from Brito. Played out into touch from Heiser. That's a game the Hawks could have hung their heads and given up in the 56th minute when Ivan Dominguez made it 4-0. But they have done the opposite. Again, that's very encouraging signs for the future when you've got some character to continue battling regardless of the scoreline.
And this is a Central Maine team that can be stout defensively. Saw them keep a clean sheet the last time out against Bridgeton Academy. They kept Thomas College without a goal, so they are not just a one-trick pony in terms of a big offense. That is going to be a goal to give this Yccc team a lot of credit.
Obed Antonio. Try to work that into the area again. Now back outside to Jeremiah Gomez. Gomez has been a long-range gunner in this game. This time he passes off. And there's a shot. Might have been deflected. Ofori took the attempt. We'll see if it's a corner or a goal kick.
Should definitely be a corner there.
I thought
as
it looked
that
deflected
glanced
to
off
me, yeah.
a foot. Yep.
Thought it did, and it will be a corner.
Well, this will be the 8th corner of the match here for CM to try to make something happen with.
It's now Weir taking once again for the Mustangs. That one's decent, headed down and cleared away. Best corner of the night so far for the Mustangs. Well, the only one they threatened on, that long-range shot wide. They're about to enter the 84th minute.
Matty Waters there trying his luck from deep.
Certainly going to be a very interesting next home game for this Mustangs team. Berkeley College from New Jersey making the trip up on Sunday. Some travel for the Mustangs as well as they're down at Hampshire on Saturday and come back to play 2 games in 2 days. And 3-3 when Thomas is here on Monday.
Yeah, that'll be an emotional game. Of course, CM's and this group's former head coach, now an assistant up at Thomas, and I have a feeling they'll want to try to make it a clean sweep against Kieran's boys.
They won up in Waterville 1-0. A return matchup here Monday. Got to check on the time exactly if it's afternoon or evening.
I think that's just going to take that subtle cue there and look that up for you to confirm.
I think it's 6 p.m. I know the Southern Maine game is at 4 later that week. I think that one's at 6.
We've had too many games this week with 15 in 7 days.
Here's a chance and another save. Once again, Ryan Royce. He has been tremendous.
That was a Forey who nearly knocked that in.
Now a centering pass, and Royce there again, conceding the corner. He has been active and busy and overall effective.
Noon kickoff on that Sunday, September the 15th for Berkeley, New Jersey.
And the Thomas game?
Thomas one is going to be a 6 o'clock start on Monday right afterwards, and then
4 o'clock for Southern Maine on Thursday.
That's correct. That's the big one that everyone, of course, has.
That'll be a big crowd.
Circled. You can pretty much throw out the records when those two schools get together, regardless of sport.
Always a lot of fun. That's headed in. And the Mustangs capitalize. That's the Bahoo's goal that we saw. We'll check out that headed goal.
Do we think that might have been Massimo?
Could have been DiPilato who might have gotten the touch on that. Officially. Happened quickly. Hard to tell in that crowd. We'll find out overall who got it. Game of the 85th minutes. Another 5-spot put up for the Mustangs. Got 5 against Husson. And 5 here tonight. Won't be the last time this season either, you wouldn't think. That's almost stolen by Bradley Adams as that came through. Antonio. Gomez with a nifty move. That bounces to Brito. Bashford. Scratch that. It was 18 Waters, not 19 Bashford. Ball stayed in play, rolled into the area toward Justin Violet and cleared. Violet marked nicely by Jesse Heiser. Paulino. Auger stole it from him. Waters back ahead. The pace is slowed down a little bit. With 3 minutes and change to go. Waters almost had that stolen by Paulino. A foul called here. And they'll stop the clock, and a yellow card coming out this time as the ball was kicked away.
you subbing for the Cardiff player, Coach? Coach, are you subbing for the Cardiff player?
Jiro Nong about to come in. Stephen Kernelin will join him too for York County Community College. So they both come in. And Auger, who got the yellow card, is coming off. Good delivery toward the goal, but Cleveland rising above to snatch it out of the air. Jiro Nong. Ofori. Nong. Work that toward Namwira. Passes overcooked for Ofori. It's out into touch for a York County throw. The speed from Soto to advance on the play and take it away from Brito. Didn't hear his footsteps. So Soto gets the goal. That's 2 for him on the night, a brace. His first 2 goals in this contest. Jiro Nong out in that right flank. Gomez on the edge of the area, fed into the box, and a shot. Save off the upright and grabbed by Ryan Royce.
That was very close to crossing the line there.
That ball spun right back and thought I had a pretty good chance to get in. Mike Martineau from New Hampshire Technical Institute has shot us a message, says, yeah, the Nationals, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, November 14th through 18th. Thanks, Michael, for checking out the broadcast. We'll have your links in town later on this season.
I'm just impressed with myself for remembering Pittsburgh with
everything
good. That's been going on here. I think I get a little bit of a gold star for that one.
I would say so. You'll get the silver medal. Mike's going to get the gold for jumping in with all the details.
That's Michael. Commissioner.
1:15 remaining.
Nice job there to fight that one off from Boynton. I think was expecting that to be a free kick, including the defense. But see, I'm coming right back with it once again here, Rob. Looking for perhaps the icing on the cake here in the 90th minute. But that one's not going to find its way through. Good save from Royce as he denies Nong from a left-footed effort that wasn't too shabby at all. And add yet another save to his total. Rob, how many you want to venture that the young man in net for the Hawks has made today?
I'll go with 14.
11. You weren't far off. And that's with, you know, some of the things like a shot ricocheting off the post and being gathered up, not counting to his total, but certainly having been good ball handling.
Decent ball to the edge of the area. Almost found Polino. Time for one more rush for the Mustangs if they try. They want to hook up with Justin Violet here. He's out wide in the right side with 8 seconds remaining.
And that is going to be that.
Yep. And that'll do it. The horn sounds and a victory once again for the Mustangs. And the first defeat for York County Community College, but certainly a great effort in a losing battle here tonight. Edge Nutrition, player of the game. Coach Palmer, we thank you for that, the baseball coach here at Central Maine Community College. And as we check out our Edge Nutrition player of the game, we had a lot of guys we could choose from tonight, but we'll go with a guy who got his first 2 career goals. And that's Mikel Soto, the freshman from Madrid, Spain.
I think that's a pretty good choice there. And what do you think, Rob? Should we get a chance to chat with him in a couple of minutes? We will do just that.
So we'll bring him over and talk. Going to take a break before that, or are we going to stay here? We'll take a break, says Rob Munzing. Come back with Mikel Soto right after this from Auburn on Munzing Media.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost, and for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
Same thing as always.
That's the front of the net.
All those little things to make you what you are.
Zero, 3, 1, 2, 3, 0.
Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3. That's it right here.
Back here post-game side with our Edge Nutrition player of the game, Mr. Mikel Soto. Mikel, congratulations, not just on a nice win, but also first 2 collegiate goals, and they come in very different fashion. I want to take you, or have you take me through that first one. Hitting the ball one time as that bounces back to you is every midfielder's dream, but so often goes wrong and goes high and wide and over. But you hit that ball very sweetly into the bottom corner.
I mean, yeah, and also with my left foot, not my best one, but did what I wanted. Go in, proud of it.
And the second one as well, we talked a little bit on the broadcast about perhaps the one thing that's been missing tonight and maybe this season is the execution on the set pieces. Lots of corners, plenty of chances to serve the ball in the mixer, and it's you who pops through with your head to knock that one down and in, showing that you can score with everything but the preferred foot so far this season.
Yeah, I love headers. I forward to it, and I get it, so really happy about it, really happy.
Mikel, one thing we wanted to ask you about, so far this season you have been the Swiss Army knife of this team, a utility guy who's willing to go in and play on the back line, play wing back, play out wide when they need him to. But when you get a chance to sit in the middle in your preferred position, did a great job knocking the ball around, and I think that speaks to kind of the talents that you have that head coach Dalton Wing is comfortable relying on you in any spot the team might need you to fill.
Yeah, for sure. I've been always playing as a midfielder, but I also like to play different positions, so I could play wherever, and I love it. My favorite sport, soccer. I'm happy for it.
And the team comes away with a first victory in conference play. That has to be a good feeling. Newly minted tied for number 2 in the USCAA Division II rankings, and you guys are still unbeaten to start the year.
Yeah, that's it.
That's a good way to end it. Thank you very much for the time, Mikel. Rob, go ahead and wrap us up tonight.
Mikel Soto with a brace tonight, 2 goals, his first 2 goals in a CMCC uniform, and goals from both Dominguez's tonight too. Igor and Ivan also scoring. An own goal rounds it out. 5 goals for the Mustangs. A 5-1 victory here tonight over York County Community College. I want to thank Caleb Lamb joining me on the broadcast. Hope we do this more and more all season long, and also Rob Munzing, our entire Munzing Media crew here in Auburn tonight. Final score once again, the Mustangs with a victory, 5-1 over their in-state rivals, their new in-state rivals, York County Community College. Here on Munzing Media, my name is Rob Kennedy, saying good night.